So essentially what we're going to be calling this is Nerd Informants episode 14. It's the roving edition. We're on the road, and it's a little bit before 10 o'clock on a Sunday, and we're on our way to Springfield. Tim is driving, and we're going to go attend Rublecon 2016. And of course, Tim is super excited because for this episode of Nerd Informants, we will be taking video from the show floor, and he's going to meet his comic hero, Cullen Bunn. So now, tell everybody out there, Cullen Bunn, what does he mean to you in the comic world?
Right, well, as I've pointed out numerous times on our show, I got my start in comics with Deadpool. Deadpool was my first comic book. It was given to me by my news director at the time, and my good friend Ed Button, and he kind of started me on this comic book journey that ultimately led me to who I am today. But I got introduced to a 4-piece series called Night of the Living Deadpool, where basically everyone else in the world is turned to zombies, but because Deadpool's Deadpool, he does what he can to try to take care of things. So, but that was my first real introduction to Deadpool, past the first kind of comic that my boss gave me at the time. But Night of the Living Deadpool is written by Cullen Bunn, and that's had multiple spin-offs, including Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, another comic that I purchased that already actually has a signature from Cullen Bunn. Unfortunately, I was not there to get that signature. That signature was received by Ed Button once again. Ed is an amazing man, and he knows his stuff. But no, Cullen is just an amazing writer, and he's not been around for ages. I mean, he's a newer face to comic books. He's only been around. His name has really only been getting around for the last maybe 10 years. But he's just a fantastic writer, and he was supposed to be at the Comic-Con, the first con that I was going to in St. Louis in 2014, but he had to cancel. But I was so stoked to meet him. And of course, whenever I found out from another good buddy of mine, Chris Roll, that Cullen Bunn was going to be at Rublecon, I said, Josh, we have to go. We have no choice. I have to meet Mr. Bunn. My life depends on it.
So, yes, Tim Church is still alive. I am with him. I'm going to watch him geek out. We're going to capture video of it. Hopefully Tim can get some words with Cullen as well. And for me, it's kind of cool because this will be obviously a momentous occasion for Tim and I, because this is the first con that he and I are going to go to together, of hopefully many, as Nerd Informants continues to evolve and grow. And so for me, this is kind of a highlight because I really thoroughly enjoyed a documentary film that was put together by Diamond Dallas Page, a former WCW and WWE superstar, chronicling his rise to fame with DDP Yoga. And I tell you, to me, Diamond Dallas Page really is an angel, a talented wrestler, but even a more amazing guy, because he's been actively involved in the health, the well-being, the rehabilitation of some former wrestling legends, most notably Scott Hall, or Razor Ramon as you may know him, but also Jake the Snake Roberts. And if you are a big fan of documentary films, you would know the resurrection of Jake the Snake. It's very big on Netflix right now. If you have not seen it, I highly encourage you to watch it, because it documents and chronicles the journey to rehabilitation for Jake the Snake Roberts. Just absolutely a wrestling legend. Was a former WWF wrestler, now WWE legend and Hall of Famer. Deservedly so. Jake battled his demons, a very intense battle with addiction, and he won his battle. And it's just is a remarkable story. I had a chance to interact with Diamond Dallas Page and Jake the Snake Roberts on Twitter, complimenting them on the documentary and just how remarkable the story is and the journey that Jake had to go down to health and well-being and sustainability and having a life. So Jake the Snake is going to be at Rublecon today, and I am going to get a photo op with him, and hopefully we'll have some words and a videotaped interview with Jake the Snake Roberts from Rublecon. So this is the roving edition of Nerd Informants episode 14. We've got more video for you. Keep it right here. We're going to have some fun. Tim and Josh on the road to Springfield to Rublecon.
I'm excited.
Ready?
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
The clock is 7:04. The speed of sound being 7:28. The 2 cars race is not quite as fast.
So breaking the sound barrier.
That's my goal.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
For
So
hillbilly invention.
you're here at Rublecon, Wes. What do you think?
We are here. You can feel the nerd excitement in the air. If that's a word.
Did you just use the term nerd excitement?
That's right, I did.
So okay. Describe for people what we're seeing here, so they understand.
Pretty much anything that you can imagine. Comics, art, okay, and as you can tell, a large array of action figures, ranging from comics to movies. It's overwhelming, guys. You can't even put it into words. Like I'm gonna have to make like 5,000-6,000 loops just to make sure I don't miss anything. Because there's so many great things here. You don't want to miss out on a single thing at this con.
And I was telling you too, as we were walking past, there was a bin over there that had like some vintage, classic He-Man toys.
That's right. I mean,
Man-at-Arms was in a bin for $3. I haven't seen a Man-at-Arms toy in years.
I personally, for those who know, I work very, very hard to collect the CW TV action figures, and I'm kind of hoping that I can find a couple that are missing from my collection here. That's my goal. That's the goal I came here with. So we'll find out if that can happen.
Okay, now see, now we're gonna film right over your shoulder here. Come ahead, sir. You're fine. You're fine. Now look right over there. Look right over there, in the corner. That is wrestling legend Jake the Snake Roberts, and we've got a photo op with him. Yeah, so what is it? Is it Tim Church Hoarders Edition? With all your
Nerd hoarders.
This isn't sanitary, man. You can't sleep. I can't even get through here.
He was buried in his toys.
Okay, so
What a way to go.
What up on the wall were you eyeing here just a little bit ago?
Oh, I'm a huge Beast fan. Like, growing up, Beast was what I looked for when I prayed that he was in every cartoon, any movie that was released with X-Men, where they finally introduced Kelsey Grammer as Beast. That changed my life. So that's a beautiful figure.
And he wants to go home with you.
Now I want him to come home with me too.